Hello and welcome to Veterans Outreach Center's Hope for Heroes Telethon. Tonight is dedicated to hearing stories of hope and courage from local veterans who came to VOC for help. And tonight we are asking you for your investment in Operation Safe Haven, which will provide much needed renovations to Richard's House, an emergency shelter for homeless veterans. VOC is so close to raising the funds needed to make these critical renovations, and you can help them reach their goal. If you care about the well-being of veterans, and we know you do, we have volunteers standing by to take your call at 585-546-1081 or go online to www.vocroc.org and hit the Donate Now button. Now I'd like to introduce to you Laura Stradley, VOC Executive Director and U.S. Army veteran. Laura.
Thanks, Mark. I'm so happy and honored to be here, and we're grateful to everyone watching who can respond to our need. At VOC, we honor and remember the brave men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms, those who didn't make it back. The Table of Honor pays tribute to the military men and women from our area who lost their lives in the line of duty since September 11th, 2001. Please join us in honoring the fallen.
The tablecloth is white, symbolic of the purity of their intentions to respond to the country's call to arms. The single red rose in the vase signifies the blood that many have shed in sacrifice to ensure the freedom of our beloved United States of America. This rose also reminds us of the families and loved ones and our comrades in arms who kept faith until the very end. The vase is tied with a red ribbon, a symbol of our continued determination to remember our fallen comrades. A pinch of salt symbolizes the tears endured by the families of those who have sacrificed all. A slice of lemon on the bread plate is to remind us of the bitter fate of those who will never return. The glass is inverted. They cannot toast this night. The chair is empty. They cannot feast here this night. Let us remember and never forget their sacrifice. May they and their families ever be watched over and protected. At this time, please pause for a moment of silence as we recognize those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice since September 11, 2001.
On November 11th, our nation will honor our veterans and our active duty service military for their tremendous courage and their legacy of service. Service to our community is the cornerstone of our culture here at L3 Harris Technologies. Throughout the year, we support great organizations like the Veterans Outreach Center because we understand just how important their mission is. As a former naval officer, I'm proud to say that L3 Harris employs over 6,500 veterans worldwide. 500 of them, which are right here in Rochester. Our veterans are crucial to the work we do and the solutions we provide to our customers and armed forces worldwide. So on behalf of our entire corporation, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your bravery, your dedication, and the service you provide and continue to provide to our great country. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jenna Arbori, partner with the Bonadio Group and outsourced CFO here at the Veterans Outreach Center. We're so proud of the work this organization does to support its veterans and in our community. Please join myself and the Bonadio Group in supporting the Veterans Outreach Center. Thank you.
All of us at Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield are proud to sponsor this celebration of our veterans by honoring the sacrifice and service of these heroes. Please join us in aiding Veterans Outreach Center's mission to serve and advocate for our veterans to ensure they are properly recognized, supported, and helped. Together, we can change lives.
Conifer Realty is proud to sponsor the Veterans Outreach Center. We have seen firsthand the impact they've had on veterans housing and hope that they are a lasting part of our community.
Hi, I'm Bernie Schroeder, President of Lake Beverage Corp. We at Lake Beverage support the VOC because we believe in their mission. Their caring, qualified, and committed staff can only provide these sometimes life-changing services to our veterans because of the financial support that organizations and individuals throughout our community provide.
Welcome back to Veterans Outreach Center's Hope for Heroes Telethon, where we're counting on you to invest in Operation Safe Haven. You can make a real difference tonight in the lives of homeless veterans. No gift is too small. We have volunteers ready to accept your gift to our nation's heroes. Let's get those phones ringing by calling 585-546-1081 or donate online at www.vocroc.org.
As we look at all the ways we're able to provide for and honor local veterans, the foundation of how we can support them starts with a place to call home. Richard's House, our emergency shelter, has provided a safe haven to hundreds of veterans since it opened in 2000. The story of Richard's House truly shows how compassionate people can affect change and make a difference.
It's actually named in honor of my father. It's Richards, R-I-C-H-A-R-D-S, and that's our last name. My father was a chaplain in the Second World War, and after that he became a social worker and dealt with homeless men and alcoholics, most of whom after the Second World War and also for several decades after that were veterans. But there was no unique approach to veterans. They were treated like everybody else and caught up in the mess. So my father did that for a long time here in town and ran several halfway houses for veterans, which are a model that is the same model used for Richard's House for veterans. And so I had been involved in VOC all along during this period of time, and when they came up with the idea of doing this, and there was some money from the VA to help us get started, several people thought it would be a nice idea to name it in honor of my father because of the nature of the services that were provided there, and he was really the only other person doing that at the time. So it was a great honor for our family. It was nice for him. I know he appreciated it, and of course so do I.
Wow, Laura, I didn't know that Richard's House was named after our former mayor and his family. What a great story. We are asking you to make an impact in the lives of homeless veterans tonight, just like the Richards family, by going online at vocroc.org and pushing the Donate Now button, or call 585-546-1081 to support Operation Safe Haven. Volunteers are standing at the ready to take your call. You can give hope for heroes tonight.
Since 1973, VOC has provided no-cost supports and services for any veteran in need. Emil Anderson has been with us since we opened. He's gone from being a man without a home to someone who can now give back to his fellow veterans in his own unique way.
Oh, wow. The VOC saved my life. The VOC really saved my life. When I joined the Marine Corps, I was 17 years old. I turned 18 in boot camp. My birthday's in February, so they allowed me to come into the service at 17. And also the draft was going on at the time, so my number had already come up. I left high school in the middle of my senior year because they needed bodies for the Vietnam War. And so, but one of the challenges that I struggled with when I first came home was the fact that I left home as a 17-year-old kid. And when I came back, I'm 20-something years old, and I know nothing about being an adult. So when I came out, I didn't know how to pay rent. I didn't know how to pay RG&E. I didn't know how to do anything as an adult as far as maintaining a household, taking care of my life, taking care of myself. And I also came back home with an addiction. Most employers were told not to hire Vietnam vets. When I came home, they were very angry with the veterans. They spit on us and they called us baby killers. And so they said, don't hire those people because we were, and then they also include saying, well, we were a bunch of addicts that were coming home. Don't hire us because we were just addicts. And so my addiction took me so down. It took me down so far that I was actually homeless. I wanted to commit suicide. And so the VOC sent me to Canandaigua. I stayed in Canandaigua for 68 days, got clean. They sent me from Canandaigua to the Richards house, which is a part of the VOC. And I stayed at the Richards house for 8 months. What are the different things that the VOC can do for you? They'll help you with food, they'll help you with housing, they'll help you with employment, they'll help you with information getting down to the VA to get a primary care doctor, mental health. I'm not sure where I would have been if I didn't. You know, it's a beautiful thing that through all these years, from the time I got out the Marine Corps till today, that I still am connected and can come to the VOC for anything I need. I mean, there's even counselors here I can talk to about anything that I have going on. Just any personal thing that I go on. So, yeah, I've used the VOC pretty much ever since I got out the Marine Corps, and that was in 1973. So, is that over 40 years or so I've been coming here? And I'm still here, I still use the VOC. And I suggest that any other veteran who needs help come here. This is where you get it,
Good evening. I'm Jill Kumar, the New York State Sales Coordinator for Tito's Handmade Vodka, and I'm so incredibly proud to be with you all here today, even if it is virtually. At Tito's Handmade Vodka, it's important to us to support our veterans and active military. We've worked alongside various organizations for a long time to give back, handwrite thank you notes, package second care packages with love, and help provide emotional support animals. We thank you all for your sacrifices you have made, and we are excited to continue our support with the Veterans Outreach Center. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy, and I look forward to a time where we can all gather together. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Tom Richards. I'm a Vietnam veteran. I was the officer in charge of a swift boat in Vietnam in 1968 and 69. I first got involved with the Veterans Outreach Center, I think around 1972, when I came back to Rochester. I was recruited here to help out by another swift boat guy. We were hand to mouth at the time, and very much so for quite some time, and it's come a long, long way. When we were involved in the beginning, we thought it would be something would end with the Vietnam veterans, but clearly that hasn't been the case. So I'm pleased and proud to have been associated with it for all this time, and it's great to see it doing as well as it's doing. I think it has a philosophy of hands-on involvement with veterans that started in the beginning when we didn't have much choice, frankly, and has continued to this day, and I'm real pleased to see that.
What an incredible story. VOC has deep roots in this community, and it's great to see they're able to help a veteran for as long as they need it. You can ensure that veterans have access to these services long into the future by investing in Operation Safe Haven. All you have to do is call 585-546-1081, where volunteers are standing by to take your call. You can also make a difference in the lives of local veterans right now. Tonight, so many of our nation's heroes are counting on your support.
That's true, Mark. Unfortunately, on any given night, there are an estimated 80 homeless veterans in Rochester. Right now, there's a veteran who will sleep tonight on a couch, in a car, or on a curb, and that's not acceptable. We embrace all veterans in need of a safe haven. As we continue to look toward the future, we meet veterans like Albert Manuel, a Marine Corps veteran who just recently left Richard's house and is living in an apartment of his own.
I mean, personally for me, when I got back, it was a huge shock. I started having relationship problems. I went from an A student, academic All-American, to barely passing when I came back. My substance use started going out the just through the roof. My family was very concerned about my drinking and my personality and stuff. My sisters were all worried about me, calling up crying all the time. Yeah, things got really, really, really dark. I don't ever want to go back there again, and most of the time that I went there, alcohol took me. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I served here in Rochester from 2000 to 2006 in the 8th Tank Battalion, 4th Marine Division, and I was a motor transport operator. I also served as part of Operation Enduring Freedom in the Horn of Africa, where I was on a security forces mission, and I served as one of the company translators for 10 months. I didn't know what it was then. I was facing mental health challenges. I had just, right at around the time that I gotten discharged, I had also gotten out of treatment for substance use disorder, for alcohol, and definitely mental health challenges, and also employment challenges. I was able to finish school, junior college, barely, and it took me a little bit longer than I expected, but I was grateful to have done that. And for quite a while, I just wasn't living stable. I was detoxing from alcohol withdrawal. I had absolutely nowhere else to go. Because I'm a veteran, they recommended that I come here, and they had a bed here for me. And being here at Richard's house allowed me to learn and believe for myself that I can be a leader, that I actually am confident and not prideful. I tried to be selfless in that and to look out for all the guys in the house. And while I was looking out for them, they were also looking out for me. But I have enjoyed coming over here, learning about sports. Sometimes I come over and eat with the guys. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. For me, I think because Richard's house gives you a lot of rope, you can pull yourself up out of the hole you dug for yourself. And every day, I feel like not only am I pulling myself up, but the staff here and at the VOC helps me and encourages me to pull myself up. And it's just a huge blessing, huge blessing. I'm hesitant to not say that I don't deserve, some of the opportunities that I have because of all the choices that I've made, the bad ones and the mistakes. But I know that if it weren't for those, then I wouldn't be able to offer what I am now. But the VOC is the ones, they showed me how to turn all of that, for good.
Good evening. My name is Daniel Randall, and I'm the Community Investment Officer of the Federal Home Loan Bank of New York. We take great pride in serving as a trusted and reliable partner for the communities in which we live and work, and we are honored to support the brave men and women who have served our country. Please join us in supporting them in any way that you can. Thank you.
MVP Healthcare proudly supports the Veteran Outreach Center, and we are deeply appreciative of all those who have served our country. Learn more about MVP's commitment to veterans with our new MVP Medicare Patriot Plan at mvpforveterans.com.
M&T Bank is proud to support the Veterans Outreach Center and the local veterans they serve each and every year. Every veteran deserves our utmost respect each and every day. Together we should remember, honor, and celebrate those who have served our country and those who have paid the ultimate price for us while wearing our country's uniform.
Welcome back to Veterans Outreach Center's Hope for Heroes Telethon. If you're just tuning in, we're asking you to invest in VOC's Operation Safe Haven campaign. We're raising funds to renovate Richard's House, their emergency shelter for homeless veterans. Donating is easy. Call 585-546-1081 and speak to a dedicated volunteer or donate online at vocroc.org.
Veterans Outreach Center cares for the whole veteran and provides a wide array of services to address anything a veteran might need. When a veteran's basic necessities are taken care of, they're better able to focus on improving other aspects of their life. Belinda Miller has taken advantage of many of our services at VOC. We're so proud of her and everything she's accomplished.
Whether it's been whether it's been a legal question or anything I could think of, there's been someone here to be able to answer my question and help me get through it. So I'm glad they're here. Branches of service that I served in was U.S. Army. I was Army active duty and Army Reserve. I was a hospital corpsman in the Navy for 8 years, and with the Army, I was a field medic for 13. I was told about the VOC almost immediately after I received my discharge papers. I knew I wanted to return to school when I first came home, and I wasn't sure at that time how much was remaining on or what the balance was as far as my GI Bill and that sort of thing, and the VOC really helped me out with that, and I completed my bachelor's at WROC. Nina helped me a lot because she's been here a long time. I was able to speak with her about job searches and that sort of thing. After I completed nursing school, civilian, I knew I wouldn't have a problem being employed. I wasn't sure exactly how to construct a resume, so that was really huge on how to build my resume without putting so much on there that they would ignore it. So I got a lot of help organizing my resume. It's very helpful. The VOC has always, been very helpful with saying, hey, if you need any food or anything at all, come let us know. There's also been the women's group. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit difficult for female veterans to connect with other female veterans. Also, there was a book club. I would say the biggest part is knowing that if we do have questions, no matter what it's about, whether it's taxes, whether it's home ownership, those things that a lot of people would think, oh, well, you know what, just go to someone in the community. As veterans, a lot of times we often go into ourselves and say, okay, you know what, just dig your heels in and deal with it, knowing that we don't have to just dig our heels in and deal with it forever. There's someone that we can talk to.
At Paychex, we're honored to put the valuable skills of our country's military veterans to work every day. Thank you to the Veterans Outreach Center for helping to support a strong and vibrant veteran community.
My name is Ralph Sosnowski. I'm with Martins Point Healthcare. We feel very honored and privileged to be able to support and partner with the Veterans Outreach Center and the great work that they do day in and day out supporting our military families and our veterans. We hope that this relationship will last for many years to come.
So many brave men and women make sacrifices every day to protect our freedoms. And it's important that they have access to critically needed services when they come home. Market View Liquor is a proud supporter of Veterans Outreach Center and veterans. We salute you for your service.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening as we shared stories of courage and hope from our local veterans. Through the support of people like you, we can continue to provide life-changing services for local veterans long into the future, and we'll be able to complete the renovations to Richard's House. From all of us at Veterans Outreach Center, we appreciate your support and patriotism.
Now, there is still time to make a donation in support of veterans in our community. Volunteers are standing by to take your call at 585-546-1081 until 8 o'clock tonight, or you can visit vocroc.org to make a donation at any time. Now we'd like to close out the show with the gift of music. Remember that our volunteers are ready to take your call through 8 o'clock tonight. Your gift can change a life.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her, there to guide her through the night with the light above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean,